Fauci pleads the fifth, refusing to answer questions on COVID origins at Senate hearing. Dr. Anthony S. Fauci appeared before the Senate Homeland Security Committee on Wednesday and repeatedly invoked his Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination, declining to answer questions almost 100 times during a nearly 3-hour session. The hearing, chaired by Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky, quickly turned into a partisan spectacle that the article describes as part Washington theater and part political Rorschach test, highlighting deep partisan divisions over a man who spent nearly 40 years as the government's top infectious disease expert, advising presidents of both parties and earning bipartisan respect until his efforts to curb COVID-19 made him a polarizing figure. Republicans, led by Paul and Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri, accused Fauci of responsibility for the pandemic, suggesting his research may have caused millions of deaths and alleging he profited from his public position. Hawley pressed Fauci with trivial questions: what day of the week it was, the color of his tie, the carpet, each met with the same one-line refusal. Hawley also claimed Fauci secretly sought cash prizes totaling over $1 million, referencing the Dan David Foundation's $1 million award for defending science, which was publicly reported in 2021. Democrats, including Senator Maggie Hassan of New Hampshire, defended Fauci's more than 50 years of service at the National Institutes of Health, calling the hearing an attempt to entrap a career public servant and excoriating the Trump administration's health policies without posing questions to Fauci. At the close, Paul announced the committee would vote next week on whether to hold Fauci in contempt of Congress, arguing he was not entitled to Fifth Amendment protection, and asked whether Fauci's actions led to the largest man-made plague in history and whether millions are dead because of his experiments. Fauci left the room stone-faced, flanked by police officers. The session underscored the deep political divide over the nation's top infectious disease expert, once broadly respected, now a lightning rod for criticism. The article, reported by Cheryl Gay Stolberg, who covers health policy from Washington, notes that the hearing was an escalation of a years-long battle between Paul, a physician whose specialty is ophthalmology, and Fauci. That's the latest from Capitol Hill. I'm your name, and you've been listening to Podcast Name. Stay informed.